Oh, happy Sunday. Sunday, Sunday. So, oopsie. The thing keeps wiggling. Let me just get this off of my table. All right. So, I figured I would go live for a couple minutes and kind of just chit chat with you guys. Sunday confessional time. Let's go to Emmie church. Yeah, no, you don't want to go to my church. My church within my mind. Yeah, no, I figured we just talk for a little bit. I've just been witnessing a lot of things that, sorry, speaking Felix language. I actually left the gate open. Come here, Felix. Felix, Mama. Since you guys have been asking about Mr. PP, Felix, bro, come here, boy. This guy. I swear to God, I have never had a boy try and like make me sweat him this hard. Felix makes me sweat him all the time. I'm constantly begging for his attention. Come here, boy. Forget it, guys. Anyways, so yeah, I've been noticing a lot of things. I'm just kind of in observation mode. Hormones have got me kind of like, I don't know, extra salty beyond tolerable levels of sodium. So I've kind of just tried to shrink into myself. And instead of providing commentary, I've really just been trying to observe. And I think I've gotten to a point in my observation that I just need to comment at this point. I just need to comment at this point. First, let me spray some rose water. I'm just saying, people got me twisted. They got me all type of twisted because I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe you guys can help me understand. I don't understand the like unhealthy obsessive fixation. I just don't, like, I'm trying to see if I understand, like secretly understand in my mind, and I'm just like being, no, I don't understand it. So, like, I guess I would have like a really deep appreciation for this and really enjoy it if I was of the mindset that's like trying to be famous or like have followers and, just have some sort of like social media. I don't know. I don't know. I just read cards and I don't understand why people, I don't know why people get so fixated with me. Like, to me, I'm just like a regular Joe Schmo neighbor next door type thing. And it's like when the energies are not compatible, I want distance. Like, I don't want to be around it. Um, that's the more I notice, and it's not just one person. I've been noticing this over the past, I don't know, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, where people who were just not compatible, their fixation has become even more intense. Like, people refusing to just respect the fact that I want to have my own journey that is separate from you. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense, you guys? Um, well, boo, call me out on my own bullshit. There's nothing regular about you. I mean, okay, I do have my quirks. I just, to me, I don't understand it because I'm totally the kind of person where, if I feel from you that you don't want me around you, like you want distance from me, you don't even have to say it. I'm just totally the kind of person, if I pick up on that, even if it's just me tripping and you really do want me around, I'm just out. I'm really sensitive to that. I don't know. Um, I'm wondering if maybe, so this video is not about me talking shit about people. This video is about me trying to understand. And I'm wondering if maybe, maybe this is something that I'm needing to see within myself. I've never been this kind of person, where I just don't understand it. That's like bottom line. I really don't understand it, where people feel as though I'm obligated to hear them. I'm obligated to listen. I'm obligated to allow them to continue to be a part of whatever I do. Like, you can't do that. I have to be. Uh, um, Actually, no, I can. I can. I'm not going to tell you not to have um, your own platform, but this platform to me, this is like I'm inviting you guys into my home. And for those who know me in real life, which is not many people, I don't invite people into my home. I just don't. That's a very sacred space for me. Very, very sacred space for me. And so I'm very selective who I allow into my home. And like I said, maybe if I was someone who had some intention or agenda to become famous and known, I would totally be like, oh yeah, no, I love it. Come in. But I'm just not. I'm not. You can still listen to the readings and get your messages without you interacting with me in that way. Like for example, I'm just gonna bust this shit out because this like um, really like there's a whole nother level of like what the fuck. um, I won't bust it out. I'm just not that. I'm not that. It's just weird. It's weird to me. Like, why? Why? There's no, there's like value yourself enough to just be like, you know what? No, it's not aligned. I'm just going to go somewhere else and interact with other people. Um, I guess what this basically comes down to is I am being reacclimated into society because I have been like basically recluse for a few years. Not a few years. I want to say since about 2012. How old are you, Julie? How old are you, Julie? Mm-hmm. This is my mini me. Hi, Joy. Are you my mini me? You want a sunbathe? She just don't care. She just don't care. It's the I don't care how you feel, but I understand. So to help both of us, I will leave. And there's no hard feelings on my part. Thank you. Bye bye. Yes. Yes. Sarah. Yes. I don't I just don't understand it. I'm wondering I'm wondering what I'm supposed to learn from this because there's this part of me at this point that's kind of just like fuck that shit. Very Oaklandish and just like fuck that shit. you know but I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that. But it's like if I've quietly removed your access to me and then you continue to try and access me, uh to me that's like really disrespectful. That's like really really disrespectful, where you try and insist and insist and insist and force and force and force and use so many different profiles to message on every single, I think it's every single social media platform that I'm using at this point. um and then when I, things like another individual, when I ask you flat out, like point blank, are you so and so? And you straight up lie and be like, oh no, oh my God, that's just weird. I'm totally not like that. Bitch, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay. Yes, you are. And it's just to me, yeah, it's a lack of respect of boundaries. And that's part of what's wrong with this world, like the lack of respect of boundaries, the attempt to dominate, the attempt to force. um I mean, I don't know. Maybe these are the kind of people that need to be duct taped to a seat and have like alligator clips put on their nipples and just be like, well, I want you to experience this. Okay. You have to allow me to do like just, that's just some crazy ass shit, you guys. I don't I think to me it's crazy because I don't understand it. I'm just not that kind of person where like if you make a certain boundary known, I'm gonna go ahead and should you max out once gyms reopen? Fuck yes, you should. I just got a notification. I cannot wait until the gym reopens because my juicy booty has turned into swollen flapjack. It's just like, where the hell did my ass go? I left it at the gym. Is where it is. But yeah, it's just it's something I don't know if I'll ever understand. I don't know if I will ever understand how people can be so like inconsiderate, inconsiderate of other people's space. It's just a lot for me. A lot. A lot. I don't really know how to process that. Um, what? You ready to go? I'm not ready to go right now.
You told me.
I'm ready to go. It's also people are more apt to say whatever because you can't see who they are, they hide like cowards. It's challenging enough to set boundaries. Yeah, I love your guys' comments. When I enforce my boundaries, I have had people act like a toddler and freak out. Yeah, I've had that too. I have really been trying to be in like a very controlled space within my thoughts over the past few weeks and not just speak out of my ass, my swollen flapjack ass. And it's just to a point where it's a lot. It's a lot. The past couple days have been pretty excessive with individuals who are not welcome attempting to force their way in. And I think that's what's most disgusting to me is this attempt to force. Um, it's just crazy to me. It's crazy to me because if you really listen and are familiar with the work that I do, that's one of the things that's the most absolutely ugly and disgusting behavior that you could ever attempt to engage me in. Me as a person, as a human being. That's quite possibly the most disgusting thing you can try and do with me. And for people who claim to like, they just want to support, no, you want to try and feed off of my energy. Like, this is what I do for a living. I read and recognize intentions. I read and recognize um, emotional and mental pathology, the dysfunction. This is what I excel at. And I mean, it's kind of silly to think that just because I don't speak on it, um, I don't know what you're doing. I don't recognize. And I do. I really try my best to be considerate of like, well, maybe they don't understand. Well, it's kind of at a point where it's like, it's not that they don't understand, they just don't care. It's flat out selfishness. Like, I'm going to go ahead and try and siphon energy. I'm going to go ahead and try and force me being able to be seen and heard on her channel, because why? You can create your own channel. There's plenty of other people in this world who you can find to listen to you. Did you see that bird?
Yep.
And the way I see it, sometimes when people have such a profound parasitic circumstance, that parasite, and it's not even the person, it's the parasitic latching. That latching wants to be able to spread its reach. You will not use me, my work, or my channel to spread the filth. And that's how I see it. I'm removing the human identity out of that equation. And I'm recognizing this is a parasitic maneuvering. I will not be utilized to spread that shit. I've told you that before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. My husband and I, we were just discussing this morning, where some folks want to believe that they want to be a part of, my live streaming because they want to support, they want to be able to share commentary. And it's like, no, you want to be recognized. You want to have some sort of association with me. And this is the pattern that I've seen. This is a pattern that I have seen repeatedly. This is the very reason why I pretty much don't work with anyone publicly, or actually, period. I either work with a client or the client works with someone else, because I'm not gonna muddle up the integrity of the work that I'm doing. And people can think that, oh, she's coming from ego. She thinks she's the shit. I know what I can do. I don't think that I'm the shit. I know what I can do. And if I can't assist you, then I can't assist you. And if you want to work with someone else, I'm absolutely okay with that. Work with whoever resonates with you. But it's not going to be a mingling of energies. Like, it has to stay separated. And people might be like, well, Emmie, isn't part of your message about reunification? Yes, it's about co creation. It's about us learning how to um, stand shoulder to shoulder. It's not about us allowing anyone to just enter our sacred space, our sacred temple, and pollute our energy. It's just like saying, I thought we're here for community. We're trying to establish a community. Why won't you have sex with everyone? Well, because I'm not like that. It's the same thing. If you're going to be doing energy work with people, unless they're utilizing principles like my system, where you're not commingling your energy, it's the same thing as having intercourse, because you're allowing them into your field. It's the same thing. And I'm just very, very selective. And, when people, maybe this is why I have to go live, not to just vent, but for people to understand it's okay for you to be selective. You're not being a bitch. You're not being snobbish. You're not being an asshole. None of that. It's okay for you to have standards, to have boundaries, to not just allow everyone and anyone in, and somehow it's not spiritual. It's not loving. Well, the first person you have to love is yourself. It's just like saying it's not loving if you're not having intercourse with anyone and everyone. If they want a piece of that, you need to give them a piece of that, because, that's loving. It's not loving. It's lack of self love. It's lack of self love. And then when people do that, what happens? They're shamed. They're called sluts and whores. And okay, so spiritual slutting is not okay either. All right. So, you guys, if you don't feel like something resonates, even if it's towards me, it really doesn't matter. Whatever does not resonate with you, you don't have to agree to that. You don't have to be like, well, I don't want to offend. I don't want to this. I don't want to that. How about, instead of the I don't want to, what do you want? Do you want integrity? Do you want purity? And I'm not talking about sexual stuff. I'm talking about energy. Do you want integrity? Do you want purity? Do you want to continue to be able to grow uninterrupted by parasitic circumstance? Once I've identified someone's behavior as parasitic, I will begin to pull away. It's not my place to police everybody. It's not my place to be like, hey, you in the comments, you have a parasite. And most people don't even want to know that they have a parasite. Most people, it's too much. It's too much for them to be told that. It's, unless you ask me, I probably won't be telling that. I probably will just, like, when they want to know, when they're ready to know, they'll ask me, because that's how I respect people's boundaries. And the thing is, like, you'll know, you'll know when someone's parasitic because they won't respect your boundaries. And that's feeding off of your energy. Yeah, yeah, Sarah. If this is something that resonates, then you have to begin really, really addressing your needs, your personal needs, and allowing yourself to really just have those needs met. You know, it's not someone else's job to cater to our needs. It's our job to do that. It's our job to do that for ourselves. And I guess that's what this is really about, not about like pointing out a specific individual or like complaining. This is really about you guys witnessing me giving myself permission to love and respect myself above the demands of something parasitic. It's something parasitic. Now, if you're not familiar with what parasitic things are, how they behave, an individual with a parasite, um, it doesn't excuse their behavior. A parasite cannot suddenly create characteristics that are not already there, that are not already existent. For example, just random example, someone comes to me about like, oh, my boyfriend has been hitting me. I think they have a parasite. Okay, even if they have a parasite, if they didn't have that characteristic of physical violence already within them, if they were the most peaceful person in the world, a parasite cannot get them to become that way. All a parasite can do is aggravate, intensify, trigger really destructive behavioral patterns that are already existent. It can't suddenly make you lie if you've always been a person who has a lot of integrity. Okay, and just because you don't behave that way doesn't mean you don't have it within you. Because a lot of us are very, very good at hiding these unbalanced shadow aspects. And that's exactly what the not the higher self, but the parasite will try and trigger. And this is why shadow work is so important, so that you can become familiar with these aspects of yourself that, if left unbalanced, can become very, very abusive, very toxic. I am not better than anyone else. I have the capability of becoming very toxic. I have the capability of being abusive. I'm just like everyone else. But because I'm so aware of all these different aspects of myself, I'm not aware of all of my aspects. I'm aware of so many because I allow myself to just really hold myself accountable. Like, girl, you being a total snatch right now. Like, I know I'm really pissed off. It's not okay, but it's kind of part of my process. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Where I really can call myself out. It's very, very hard. It's not impossible, but it's very, very hard for those aspects to be taken advantage of, to be utilized, and therefore turn me into a tool to hurt other people. That's just no, I'm not going to agree to that. I'm not going to participate in that. Yes, I am capable of that, but I choose not to be that. I choose not to be part of that. And that's something you guys have to really allow yourself to have this conversation within yourself. Know what you're capable of, good and bad, and actively, consciously choose. Choose what you want to allow to come forward. And some people would say, oh, that's being fake. That's not being authentic. No, this is being responsible. This is being in control of yourself and your life. That's what this is. Okay? People will have their opinions of the way you live. They will have their opinions if they can't um, access what they want to access from you. But the fact is, no, you are the final decision when it comes to what people can access, what people can see, how people can make you feel, how people can make you behave. Because there's plenty of people that really piss me off and make me want to wild the fuck out. But is that responsible? Am I allowing myself to be utilized as a tool? Am I giving someone else the power to dictate how my day, my mindset, my interactions will go? And if you're going to let someone trigger you to the point where you're pissed off and all you're doing is wilding out, then yes, you've given your power away. This bluebird, hello bird. Hold on, guys. Ah, fucker flew away. Oh shit, he flew away. Never mind. I gotta go. We're supposed to run errands and whatnot, so I gotta go. But I hope this little chat is heard by whoever needed to hear it. I don't know, inspires you to take more ownership of your journey, take more ownership of your behaviors and your thoughts and all of that. There's no such thing as a bad person. There really isn't. There's no such thing as a bad person. There's bad decisions. There's bad attitudes, but we're not intrinsically bad. We aren't. And it's time you begin to really, really choose how to cultivate the aspects of you that make you feel good about yourself, that make other people feel good to be around. And for the people who just really can't respect my boundaries, you'll be removed quietly, and I don't have to explain anything. I really don't. I don't have to explain anything. You can continue to watch the videos, but I will not interact with you. I won't be used to spread parasitic things. And that's just that. That's just that. So you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Oh, I'm going live today. Today's Sunday. I'm going live today, 3:30 or 4 p.m., whichever. But I'll be doing expedites. If you missed expedites last night, come join me today. All right. Thumbs up, subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.